Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made-up word. MCs shied away.
Hello. Hello. I'm a panda. You guys get to listen to me looking like a panda. And if you're watching, I'm a panda. Why am I a panda? It goes along with what we're talking about today. You'll see why. Welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we, the French we, Kyle's on sabbatical, talk about pretty much whatever we want. And we're 40. I can do whatever I want with the intro. It messes me up when Kyle's not here. So, yeah, I'm Chris. And I'm Kyle on sabbatical. Yeah, Kyle's on sabbatical, as you heard. He's still getting internet. He's unfortunately having to use a hotspot to watch his porn right now. So it's not like OnlyFans. It's just like only. So it's like back in the 90s when we were downloading. It's like, oh, look, I got a picture of this. Hold on. 10 minutes later, I think that's a boob. I think that's a boob. That's kind of what Kyle's on right now. Or his porn. So, yeah. But I'm Chris. Kyle's on sabbatical. I got some guests hosts today. I got Mr. Choaf, as always. Hello, Choaf.
Yay.
Choaf is very excited to be here. And back for round two, I think he's just a glutton for punishment, is Mr. Jethro.
How's it going? How y'all?
So, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
So we'd appreciate, I stream. Choaf plays with us, and Jethro streams. We'll put the links in the show notes down below us. And yeah, come join our Discord with other like-minded nerds. We've got a lot of different channels. We got a lot of different interests. A lot of people interested in a lot of different nerd things, but here's one that a lot of us are into. Today's topic, it was the recent D23 Fan Expo. If you see in back, the ultimate Disney fan event, and it did not disappoint this year, as always. So I've been to Disney multiple times. Jethro, have you ever been to Disney?
Just once. I can't do multiples. I mean, it happens.
Hence his hat. He's grumpy. Choaf, have you ever been to Disney?
No.
Any desire to go to Disney?
No.
But you like Disney.
Meh.
Choaf, just go with it.
I love Disney.
Thank you. Thank you, Shemp. For those of you who didn't know, Choaf's pronouns are he, him, and Shemp. So feel free to call him any one of those. Preferably Shemp. Basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to recap the big events and get Choaf and Jethro's take on them, my take, and we'll just go in case, you didn't want to sit through the whole thing. Yeah. So let's start off with D23. The first thing that we learned from D23, you can look this up on any website. They all pretty much, Jethro even called it earlier, they all pretty much go in the same order because they announced it in a certain order. Let's see. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the films that they announced, the upcoming titles, and these are still in development. Still in development means that they aren't even filming yet. So they're still in the planning stages. But the first one was Toy Story 5. I really don't know how I feel about this one because after 4, I was like, okay, I guess that was a good ending. It was one too many, in my opinion. But it was a good ending, or so we thought. This one, if you read the announcement project, is Andy as an adult hollows out Woody's mouth to find out why they call him Woody. Kind of like the Deadpool popcorn buckets. No, that's not actually true.
Do you
It
have to
would
pull
be.
the string for
You
it
have
to
to
work?
stick
There's
it
a
up,
snake.
partner.
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my trousers. I like Jethro's take on it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? It's Toy Story 5. There's no info on it.
That's probably how the movie's going to be.
Did not need to happen.
There's one thing I saw talking about, like technology, electronic toys, and I mean that's where my mind went. So I mean, did they find Andy's mom's toys or Andy's girlfriend's toys or something?
It's
College experiments.
I don't know. I don't know. It was called a rabbit, so I was assuming it was a bunny, and that you hid eggs somewhere.
Put the bunny back in the box.
But that's a sex joke. Choaf, I'm gonna need you to laugh at the sex joke.
We can do that post edit.
Well, we didn't. Yeah, we'll need to edit that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just show a picture of
Laugh track.
Choaf and him going ha 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 ha.
There'd be a didn't know this this podcast had a laugh track.
It does now.
It does now. Damn it.
Apparently.
Yeah, I don't know about the whole Toy Story thing. I'm iffy on it.
I mean, like my boy, he grew up watching those shows, and he's 18 now, and he's like, what else can he do? I mean,
Uh-huh. Well, and it's like, are they beating it to death at this point? I kind of think so.
Beating it something.
yeah. I mean, are they milking it for all they can? Just
Maybe
sometimes
that's
you
it.
gotta stop.
They'll find Andy's wife breast pump after they have the baby.
she using Buzz Lightyear.
What's your name? Milky.
To infinity and beyond. So yeah, I mean, to me, it's enough is enough, and I thought they maybe the third one I think it was the third one with the bear.
With a scary bear.
Yeah, I think that I was like ended on that one, but
4 I thought was 4 was decent.
Was that the one with sport?
That was the one with the creepy dolls in the antique shop. And yeah, it was the one with sport. I forgot all about that. So yeah, that was that one. I don't know. I'm iffy on the whole thing.
Which one? The inside joke. They said the hooker. Was that the first or second one?
I don't remember.
They had
Cars one.
It was the first one.
With that kid put the toys together and he made different toys out of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that was the first one. Wasn't
that
it?
was first
And then-
one with Sid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sid, who appeared in the later films too.
Yeah, I think they mess. I think they're. Yeah, it's next year is the 30th anniversary of the first movie.
Oh my god!
And yeah, so that alone tells you something
Hold
right
on.
there. It's like
It's been 30. I remember watching. God, remember watching that in the
1995
theater.
was Toy Story 1. I'm looking it up. I looked it up. And I was like, because I thought Toy Story 1 came out, and I thought it was like a decade before Toy Story 2. Like, I thought that, but it's not. It was 5 years. But then, so 1999 was Toy Story 2. 3 came out in 2010, so that was a decade between 2 and 3. And then Toy Story 4 was 2019, so that's another 9. So it's like them hitting 5 this quick isn't normal, kind of thing. It just feels like a cash grab big time at this. And with all the other stuff Disney came out and said how they were losing money, how they're gonna have to raise the prices at the theme parks, all this stuff to compensate. They raised the price of Disney Plus. It really makes me think these are cash grabs. It's like, hey, Toy Story has been like a huge blockbuster success. We make a ton of money, make another one as quick as possible so we can fix our bank accounts.
And it's almost, you almost can't afford to go to Disney anymore. Most normal families can't.
Most normal families never were able to.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's you kind of almost had to be well off, or at least live in Florida. I think. I
You
think
get the discount.
yeah, it's like if you live there, it's like, okay, we just go there. You buy like the season. You used to be able to buy season tickets or the yearly pass. That wasn't too bad, as from what everybody I've ever heard and talk. It's like, and then just go. When they used to do, you could buy there was like a annual pass or whatever you did that also included food. Everything I was reading is like people that live near there's like, it's if you can pay for that and you eat there every day, it pays for itself like 15 times over. So I was reading a long time ago, there's people that just did that. Like, yeah, we just buy this and then eat there every other day or something.
We ate on property and it was expensive. It was super expensive. So yeah, there's there's tips and tricks for Disney, but it's expensive as hell. And
Yeah.
don't get
When
me
you try to
wrong, I
drink
love
around
Disney.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's
Rob did
about
that.
to be it's about to be that time where just no one go like not no one goes. I know it'll still be full and packed, but it's people doing it like once in a lifetime
Right.
kind of thing. And from someone that's never been, someone that at this point now doesn't care to go unless I had kids or something, I wouldn't care and whatever. The thing that kind of like bugs me as the person I am, like, you could plan a trip, you could go, and shit could break, and you don't even go. You're not even getting to do what you went there for. And that is one of those things that would infuriate me. It's like if I went to go see the Star Wars ride, and it was like, oh, closed today. It's like, fuck you, I'm out.
We went twice in one trip. The first time and
I didn't
the
think you
last
could do
time.
that. I didn't think you could do that.
Yeah, you
The
can.
first time and the last time.
I think we
Yeah.
went on Rise of the Resistance at least 4 to 5 times when we were there. Yeah, at least 4 to 5 times.
They were just starting the Star Wars stuff when we went, so it might have been maybe 3 years.
Oh, I didn't leave. You guys have heard this before. I didn't leave Galaxy's Edge for like 2 days. The girls were off in like Toy Story Land and doing other stuff. Like, I just hung out in Galaxy's Edge. I had so much fun there. For a Star Wars nerd like me, it was everything. But yeah, it is it's just way too expensive.
Yeah, now think if you went and those two things, like all of that was like closed down for maintenance or something else happened or whatever, for your whole trip. It's like that's the kind of stuff that I'm like, I've read horror stories about, and it sucks. And it's like, Disney's like, we don't, we're not giving you money back, we don't refund, we don't do anything. So yeah, I'm just like, nah, I just won't risk it. Like, I'm not gonna plan a vacation around it and for something to go wrong. Like, yeah, no.
I get that. I do. Would I go again? Absolutely. But yeah, no, it's just expensive as shit. They're making it to the point that you can't go, which sucks because it is a magical place. Especially what I enjoyed most was seeing the look on my kids' faces when we were there. That was everything for me.
Yeah,
And
the
then when
4
I-
or 5D rides are pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. And then the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, that was my favorite ride by far. And my favorite part was pushing the girls down and running to the front of the line and just
Yeah.
pushing them down. You're
sounds
part of the
about right.
solution or you're part of the problem.
Or you're a roadblock.
Or you're a roadblock. They were
or a
roadblocks
speed
that
bump.
day.
Speed bump.
That day they were speed bumps. Next movie. Let's see. Excuse me, sorry. Frozen 3. Don't get me wrong, I love Frozen.
But sometimes
But-
you just got to let it go.
Yeah,
I mean-
that's right. You got to let it go. And that was a good one, Jethro.
It's kind of like Toy Story. I mean, you beating a dead horse or a frozen horse or something.
Maybe that'll be in Toy Story 5.
Eating it?
Yeah, Woody, they go to they get put in the ice box and they have to eat the horse.
The popsicle.
The popsicle, they call themselves the Donner Party. Party of 10.
Somebody.
I mean, I haven't seen part 2. I've seen part 1 when I'm down visiting my friends with their daughters. I've watched part 1. I haven't seen part 2, so I don't care. But again, this screams cash grab to me.
Yeah. I would agree. I would totally agree. Next movie.
Moving right along.
I don't know what else to say to it because here's the thing: there's no info on any of these. They were just
True.
announced. They're in
True.
production. I don't know about the whole. I mean, am I going to see it? Absolutely. But I'm iffy. I'm very skeptical on it, and I'm a huge Disney nerd.
And I kind of maybe I got burned out off the first one because my daughter, she was young, and I heard that song all damn day. So I'm kind of like, what else can they do? And then, that snowman's going to melt eventually. It has to.
Jethro comes in with a hair dryer.
So I mean, to me that was the funniest part was the snowman Olaf, and then at the end of the first one, there's nothing else you can do.
Yet they made a second one. And now a third one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm iffy about it. Next one, Incredibles 3. I am excited about that one because I did love the first 2 Incredibles.
Where's my super suit?
Yeah. Woman! But again, I would agree with Choaf. I think this is a cash grab.
Yeah, especially these top few are definitely probably their best movies they've had in a while.
Yeah.
So them just announcing it, like you said, with there's probably not even a screenplay, there's probably not anything, but this is going to get people to invest in Disney again and just throw money at Disney not .com, but whatever their stock market is, because people are gonna be ooh. But even looking it up, Toy Story 5 isn't gonna be out until 2026.
Right.
So but I mean, I get it. Like I said, it's a generate buzz and everything else and all this. So it does. It just and everything else I saw on this list, not everything, I guess, but quite a bit to me just fall into that category. It's like, ooh, this is like money, like you can print money, and you should have been doing this like the last few years. If you're going to do this stuff, if you're going to make a sequel to me of Toy Story and all of these, make them like every 2 years.
Right. Instead of, that might be hard. Well, it might be hard to do with all the animation and stuff.
But
it's like 3 years I could go with.
You just shop it out to Korea like you always do nowadays, so you're fine.
Poor Korean children.
They got more detailed fingers. I don't know. I don't know where animation comes from, but I still think You
when
could
a
do a
daddy
movie-
studio and a mommy studio love each other.
and if you're doing the same movies, I almost wonder if some of this stuff isn't just CGI digitally done anyways, you know, and you got AI in there now, so they can make the movie with AI and no one would know.
I imagine there's gonna be a bunch of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of hiring the 100 monkeys on 100 typewriters, they're gonna hire
Yep.
one AI.
Hire. They're not gonna hire, they're gonna control him.
$40 a month. You can make a picture show.
What
You
is
got
the
this
name
for
of your
free.
what is the name of your AI? Skynet.
Slave.
Slave, basically. But I am excited about Incredibles.
Out of the ones so far is the one I'm most excited for.
Out of those three so far.
What is the dad's name? You know, the
Mr. Incredible.
Person, the person who played him.
Oh,
blank.
that was Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, what was his name? Craig T. Nelson.
Oh,
Yeah, Craig,
there you go.
Also the dad from what was the TV
From
show where
Coach.
he died?
From Coach.
Coach, no, it was another one. It was Lorelai was on it. It'll come to me later.
That's extra.
It is extra. But what's interesting, side note, looking at what the name of the Incredibles 5 movie is, it's called Brokeback Incredible. The story of Frozone and Mr. Incredible. I don't know.
Skipping a couple there, aren't you? 5.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this website says 5.
You on a different
that will be
kinda.
the 5th one.
You on a different kind.
You don't want to know what side I'm
Wrong
on.
website. No. Well, Jethro might want to know.
Yeah, Jethro definitely wants to know.
Post it in the in the Zoom
Parenthood. He was Zeke on Parenthood. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That was a great show. That was such a good show. So next up, we have. Okay, this one I am super pumped about. I will tell you this, even though the last one's kind of sucked. Tron Ares. We got to see what the suit looked like, the new light bike, which was awesome. And in lasers, they had who was doing the music for it, doing the entire soundtrack. 9 Inch Nails. So Reznor is doing, it's about that big.
That's 9 inches.
That's 9 inch right there. We're dudes, we can tell. That does excite me though. You know, Reznor's got a pretty good track record.
Well, yeah.
So, if nothing else, the soundtrack's going to be awesome. But we did see Jeff Bridges there, so he's going to be back. So I've got hopes for that one. Let's see what's. Oh, we'll go with
Who
the
else
next
is gonna
movie.
be in there?
They haven't said.
I thought I saw one that had a few names. They dropped a few names.
Oh,
and
see if
I
you can
was like,
find it then.
Oh,
Gillian Anderson and Evan Peters.
Yeah, Evan Peters. He played in American Horror Stories.
American Horror Story. He was Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, he won that award. He was Quicksilver in the X-Men First Class stuff.
Greta Lee's in there.
Okay, yeah. Jared Leto is
Yeah, Jared
Ares.
Leto.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
God.
the AI.
I'm out.
Speaking of AI,
wow, Cameron Monaghan is going to be in it. Holy shit. Okay, you guys know him from Shameless. He was Ian. He was also Cal Kestis in Jedi Survivor, the Jedi movies.
The Joker.
The video games.
Yep, and he was Jerome Valeska in Gotham. Yeah, in the video games and Jedi Fallen Order, he's Cal. So that's pretty cool.
I don't see him. That's cool.
Let's see who else. Jeff Bridges, of course, Gillian Anderson. Hassan Minaj.
Minaj, what? What?
Minaj de Trois. Sarah Desjardins. Why do we know that name?
Because you just
Just
said
read
it.
it.
Oh, she was in Riverdale, Dead Boy Detectives, and Yellow Jackets. That's why. Okay. And she was Donna in Riverdale. That's why. But yeah, no, I'm pretty pumped about Tron. I mean, do you guys have any thoughts?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I don't know.
You could be without it.
Because like the last wasn't it the last Tron Legacy or something. One of those like was really
Legacy.
fucking horrible.
Legacy
And I'm
was
just like,
not great.
I'm just like, you need to stop. But you know, I get it. If they get a good writer and director, it can work. But also at the same time, you've screwed up because you got Jared Leto in there. Don't need him.
He's in everything.
I know, and I don't mind him so much, but
He is a good actor.
him as Joker, and then him in everything else since kind of thing is like, I'm all right. I'm done. I'm done with you. I don't need you. I don't care for you. Go back to playing in your band and being irrelevant to me would be fine.
What was it? 5 seconds from Mars or something?
30 seconds to
Yeah.
Mars.
Oh, something. I don't know. 5:30. You know, it's kind of like this.
5:30.
A little bit more time. Take a little bit more time to get
420 to Mars.
But I mean, the same thing with the gap. The first one was 82. Then, hang on, I
Yeah.
gotta check. The second one was 2010.
Yep.
Now we're
Yeah.
in 2025. This is gonna be 2025.
Yeah, they
I
really
mean-
did not need to make that one in 2010. Like that was I think that was the problem. It's like for us that grew up maybe with Tron from 82, yeah, I get it. But if you're seriously trying to be Disney and trying to make money, appeal to the kids, not the adults.
Right.
Like I know we don't want to hear that, but that's
But the adults
just the
who
fact.
pay the bill to go to Disney.
Right. But we will only go if we're the only ones that want to watch it, we'll only go once. If your kid loves it, they'll want to go multiple times, or you'll have to buy the movie and the soundtrack and the toys and everything else. So it's just like we're not the market for what Disney does, in my opinion.
Are we not though? I would almost beg to differ on that. Like the Star Wars stuff. That's aimed
Yeah.
at guys our age.
No, I think the Star Wars stuff is aimed at everybody anymore because, like, well, we'll get to it. Like Skeleton Crew, all kid cast, so it is aimed at kids. And then everything in Star Wars, even the early stuff, you had Ewoks aimed at kids. You had Jar Jar Binks aimed at kids. You have parts in there that are aimed at children for toys and action figures and stuff.
You're gonna have that in anything though. Aiming for kids.
I know.
Because
what I'm saying is Tron is focused on us that grew up in the 80s, part of it.
Right.
Where maybe we will go. Like I say, we weren't going to buy toys, but I know I'm talking to Geiger. So, but
hell yes, if there's vehicles, I'm buying them.
Right. But I'm saying if there's a kid involved, if they're like you're gonna have to buy them the Christmas presents, you're gonna have to buy them everything, all this stuff at once. It's gonna be a lot more to buy for them. Where if it's an adult, we're gonna put other priorities ahead before we buy that action figure for us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like we were the ones buying it all. I get that. Like we're buying it for our kids, we're buying it for ourselves. But when we're buying it for ourselves, I might wait till it's the clearance rack at Target instead of buying it that, launch day, so that's what I'm saying.
And do they really sell the toys, action figures like they used to? I think it's more digital, maybe more, clothing and whatnot than.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to
you mean
say
all
that,
the accessories?
Yeah.
But every time I go to Walmart or Target, if it's a new Disney property or something, there's always an aisle full of it. But I do get what you're saying. Like, it does feel like a little less than in our childhood, but
yeah, but maybe because we're older though too. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
like,
a lot older.
I can bypass the toy aisle that day if I want to.
I can't.
If I want to.
If I want to, yeah.
And then 9 Inch Nails. I mean, honestly, I only know 2 songs by them. off the top of my head. So, but I mean, my wife, she, I kind of listen to all kind of music, but my wife, hey, Nine Inch Nails is doing the Tron soundtrack. I was like, that's cool. They're gonna play the two songs I know, Hurt and
I want
then
to fuck you like I want to fuck you like an animal.
okay, I didn't know if I could say that or not.
And the only reason you know Hurt is the Johnny Cash version.
This is true.
Yeah, I know. Nine Inch Nails covering Johnny Cash songs, crazy.
I know. I mean, they're stealing from him.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of like Trent.
No,
he was
Johnny
like,
Cash
hey,
stole it from them.
Shut
I know.
up. We know the joke.
I'm like, wait, that's not right.
God damn it.
But I saw an interview with Trent Reznor when he's like, when Johnny asked, "Hey, I want to do this song," and he was just like, "Hell yeah, man!" And
You're Johnny Cash.
I mean, he was over different spectrum of genres and whatnot. So
Well, and he even came out and said that Johnny Cash's version's better. Like he made it his song. He's like, now I do feel like I'm covering the better like somebody's better version.
I mean, and when somebody comes to you wants to cover your song, to me that's a compliment.
Well, and especially someone
I agree.
famous like Johnny. Like if it's just some brand new Disney band, or whatever, it's like you're like, get real, get out of here.
Shit, if Zac Efron wanted to cover my song, hell yeah.
What's your song?
I don't know yet, but whatever Zac Efron wants to cover of me, he can cover. No, that came out completely wrong.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
you know
how
what?
you did it.
No, that's
exactly
right.
How you did.
That's right.
Which one? The Baywatch Zac Efron or the
carrying the refrigerator one? Yeah, that's him.
Or I went blank. John Von Erich movie.
The Von Erichs, the Iron Claw.
Iron Claw, that's the name of it.
Shit, he got buff for that. Well,
he kind of looked like a He-Man in that
he
movie.
did. Oh my god, he should play a live action He-Man.
Oh god, I knew that was where it was going. No.
Look, Jethro perked up at that one. He agrees.
Actually,
I don't think that would be a bad casting.
It wouldn't be a bad casting, but it'll be a bad movie.
Bad movie.
That's what I'm saying.
What was that one He-Man movie they did?
Masters of the Universe with Dolph. I love that
Dolph
one.
Lundgren,
I still watch that one. Like,
didn't have chick from Friends in there.
Courtney Cox? No,
the other one.
Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston was in it.
Was she in that?
Yeah. I'm about 92% positive.
Masters of the Universe. We're looking this up now. Well, I know old. Oh yeah, Frank Langella was Skeletor. Billy Barty was Gwildor. I remember that. The little person. Yeah, it was Courtney Cox.
2 points for Jethro.
I said Courtney Cox.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's the first one I said.
No, was it Courtney Cox? Oh, I thought. Okay.
You didn't believe him. You didn't believe him though.
Hey.
Hold on.
I was close. I said Friends. I mean, I get partial.
I'll give you points. She was on Friends.
Oh.
And then Meg Foster was also in that. She was Evil Lynn. She was in Lords of Salem. They Live. She was Motherboard in the Masters of the Universe Revolution. It's cool they pulled her back for that.
That was 87. Young.
Yeah, see, again, these are movies from our childhood. I get it, but they kind of need to stop if they were gonna if they announced a new He-Man movie. I'm like, no, because didn't they make another animated series not that long ago and it didn't do well? Like, didn't Kevin Smith write it?
Oh no, it did. In the first part didn't. The second part, Revelations, did incredibly well.
Who was the little guy in it?
Orko?
Was he the same one who was in Legend? Remember that Tom Cruise movie?
Oh yeah, no, I love Legend. I watch Legend religiously. Like, which one are you talking about?
One of the elves or whatever. That's
I don't
how I
think he
remember
was.
it.
Okay, you're thinking of
Yeah.
the Masters of the Universe movie.
Yeah.
Gwildor. So Gwildor was Barry Barty. Barry Barty was in Time Bandits. He was in Willow. He was the wizard in Willow. The main one.
He was in Legend.
Yeah, he was in Legend.
Screwball.
Oh, he was Screwball. He was the High Aldwin. What else was he in? Barry Barty was in a lot.
Under
Like
the
he was one
Rainbow.
of my favorites. Love Barry Barty. Okay, moving on.
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. Before we get more on Barry Barty.
Hey, you might have to hit pause here, but I gotta go take care of something.
Oh, you go take care.
Can carry on.
No, go. We'll continue on. Go ahead. Next up, Jeff, I'm interested to hear your take on this. I'm actually pretty interested in this one. Mufasa, the Lion King. It is about young Mufasa before he became the king of Pride Rock.
But isn't it it's live action though?
It's
right?
live action, yeah. Well,
Okay, that's where
as live action as you can get for CG.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. CGI, not animated.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where I lose interest. I'm like, no, I could follow along with this just because I do like the Lion King. You know, grew up with it. Just keep it animated. Just bring if you want to hit me with nostalgia and make me go watch it. Do the same animation style, and I'm there. This is just. I'm like, I don't care. This almost. I just don't. I don't care about any of the CGI Disney stuff, live action, all that stuff's like I don't care. I'm like, I'm good.
I'll probably end up seeing it just because I love Disney, and if the girls want to see it, I'll definitely watch it just because it's special to me, and I love the Lion King.
I will.
Am I super excited about it? No.
If it's on Disney Plus and I still have my friend's password for Disney Plus, I'll watch it.
Which they're starting the crackdown of in 2 weeks.
Right, yeah, yeah.
No, this week. It's this week.
Is it this week?
Yeah, I think it's this week. I read.
Or I'll see. All this means once if they do crack down on it, I'm like, okay. Any others like the Skeleton Crew? All right, I'll just torrent the whole thing. Everything else, I'm just gonna illegally download it because it's like, no, I'm like, I'm not prepared to pay you what you want for it. Or if they let me just like, if they would just let me rent that, like on Amazon, like if I could just rent what I want, I'll do it. But when you're saying like, oh, you got to pay this $20 a month or whatever it's gone up to or whatever, I'm like, no, I'm good.
You're good. Well, I mean, eventually it'll be on Amazon. Just Disney wants their money first. The mouse wants his money.
Yeah. Well, will it be on Amazon? Because is any of the Disney stuff on Amazon anymore?
I don't know. I gotta check.
I don't think so. Unless they make like a DVD release of it, it's not. I don't think anything's been.
Look it up. Look it up while I'm going to the next movie.
I read that they're going to crack down on that password sharing.
Yep,
too.
starting it's this week or next week. I'm pretty sure it's this week.
It's my password. I can do what I want.
No shit. I mean, it's because the Netflix model did so well. That's why everyone's doing it now. Assholes. Other thing about Mufasa the Lion King, it's Barry Jenkins directing it, which Barry Jenkins has a pretty good track record. And Lin-Manuel Miranda is doing the score for it, and it's going to have a new original song. And that guy can do no wrong when it comes to Disney songs. You know what I mean? He wins an Oscar for everything that he does Disney.
The trailer didn't look too bad either.
No, but we were just talking about Jethro. Am I super excited about it? No. Will I watch it? Yeah. Especially if the girls want to watch it, I'll watch it. And I love The Lion King. It's just, I mean, it comes back to our earlier conversation. Are they just beating a dead zebra to death? Yeah, the money.
Okay. And apparently, yes, like there is some Disney stuff on Amazon, like to rent and watch, like the live action, like the CGI Lion King. You can, Maleficent, whatever, I can't remember. Maleficent, and Moana, but Maleficent was like through Stars, so that's a completely different other thing. And then Moana is on there, you can like rent it for apparently 54 cents and buy it for 16.74.
Wow.
So I guess they do once so long has gone through, but I don't see any of their newest stuff on here
on there.
besides Maleficent is like I think the newest thing, maybe the store.
Look up
Dark
Elemental.
World.
All right, well, Cho's looking that up. Next one, let's talk about that since he brought it up. Moana 2. I am pretty excited.
They haven't milked
I love
that one
Moana.
too much yet.
Yeah, no, and you know, we were happy with Moana because it's a Polynesian princess, basically Hawaiian. You got Maui back. I can never pronounce her name, who does her voice and singing voice, but she was 16 at the time the original Moana came out. Like I love Moana. It's one of my favorites. So I am very excited about that one. That one comes out in November of this year.
I also feel
the first
like
one that comes out that we talked about so far.
Yeah, I think so.
I also feel a lot of this is like to get The Rock back into good graces. I guess like it feels like, because isn't he doing something else? Well, there's for that, and just like he kind of hit a kind of a, I don't know, a
rock bottom.
an overset. Yeah, well, not even there. But there was a saturation problem with him, like again, and then he's like back in the WWE also as kind of a heel, or was. I don't know if
he still is.
So,
he's the final
like,
boss. But that's because he's also on the board of directors.
Yeah. Which that didn't get him on any good graces either, because of the whole
everyone
WWE
hated
is
him.
now,
But
and WWE's owned by WWE's owned by the Saudi Arabians now, so it's like a lot of ties with WWE are kind of mixed in, like non-wrestling fans especially aren't care anymore.
That's true.
And you can get Elemental on Amazon for $4.19 to rent. So I guess there is more stuff there than I thought, but I haven't seen any of the Star Wars shows or anything, so maybe the TV shows aren't. Have you? Like the shows?
Uh-huh.
If anybody would know, Gaffer would.
Rebels, Clone Wars, stuff like that, they're all on there.
Well, but again, that's the older stuff. I'm saying like Andor, is that on there?
I don't know. I haven't looked that one up. Honestly, never had any reason to, because I can just watch it on Disney Plus.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I think
it is on there though. It's the mouse, and they want to capitalize on that money.
I don't see Andor.
You don't see it? Maybe it's got to do its run on Disney for so long, like the current shows.
Maybe. I could just also see, because also like Rebels and Clone Wars, I know they're Disney, but didn't somebody else help publish them also? Like Fox or whoever, didn't they have some help with that? So there might be some issues.
I don't know on that one. I actually don't know on that one.
So like I said, it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, if there's a chance for me to watch it in some other form and not have to pay Disney the monthly thing, okay. Because like I said, like I get it. It's not like I'm totally trying to steal from Disney, in that situation. But when you're pricing yourself out of the normal market, when we talked about this the other day, when it used to be what, like $7, $8 a month.
I remember like $2 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so whatever it was.
I quit.
14 something.
Yeah, I quit.
Same thing with Netflix. Netflix used to be dirt cheap, and you got DVDs at home.
Yeah, I was gonna say, y'all remember when you got it in the mail?
Yeah.
What's a DVD?
I sure do.
Remember when they tried to sell to Best Buy? Like they tried to sell themselves to Best Buy, and Best Buy said no, and then Best Buy went bankrupt.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I missed out on opportunity for Redbox. I was like, who's going to rent that out of a box?
And now they're gone.
But I mean, I could have made $1 or $2.
That's true.
Yeah, when Redbox started, I was like, I get it, but this is gonna. I even said, I'm like, this is gonna be short lived. Like, there's just no way this is sustainable.
We still got some around town here.
They shouldn't work because Redbox went bankrupt. They
Yeah,
they,
they-
declared
Yeah,
bankruptcy.
they closed their doors a couple weeks ago.
Oh no, did
They just
they
haven't
really
picked
have
up-
doors?
They just didn't pick up their box. They just
So
didn't
I
pick
can
up
go
their,
get some free DVDs now at the Walgreens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just take
heck
the
yeah,
whole
you
machine.
can.
Take
Walgreens
the
and
machine.
Brookshire's and heck yeah.
Do it.
Oh yeah, I'm here to pick this up in my personal vehicle with my license plate taped over.
It's Walgreens. They don't care. They're like,
That's
whatever.
true,
Get it off our sidewalk.
So next, Snow White live action with Rachel Zegler, who got in a lot of trouble for some comments she made, like most people.
Yeah.
Just hush till you cash the check.
I know.
Well, she already did. She already did though. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
I don't know about this. I don't know what they're gonna do for the dwarves. If in this
No, didn't they-
PC
didn't they already
Yeah,
climate,
they
say-
CGI'd the doors. I mean, they didn't
Didn't
really
they-
use real people.
oh, did they?
So
Yeah,
I mean,
like I think that, and I think it was like one person did the voices of all of them, or something. It's
Please
kind
be
of like
D. Bradley Baker, and they all sound like the clones.
No, fuck that. It needs to be all different. Like I'm at
Hope
the
he
point where it's
sounds like
like,
Wrecker.
yeah, but it's the same thing they did with the Oompa Loompas.
yeah,
you know,
that's
probably.
what I'm saying.
It's
Willy
like,
Wonka,
yeah,
you know, it's like no,
With
they got
Deeproy.
different. They got different faces at least, but I was like, they there's a bunch of people who could have played those parts, and
Yeah.
I was like,
right, yeah, like the one role little people have that's a guarantee, and it's like, nah, fuck it.
yeah,
That and Oompa Loompas, you're done. We're not using you.
So, I don't know. Can they even be called dwarves in this movie? You know what I mean? In this PC climate?
they're
I mean, I think so.
they're not megabytes or little. I don't know.
Kilobyte.
Kilobytes, or I don't know.
They're called-
This
they're
is
called-
y'all's lingo.
Slightly.
What's
slightly
a small
below.
one?
They're called slightly below average height.
They're shorty
Laborers.
shorties.
Day laborers.
Damn.
But yeah, to me, I was like, when I saw that, I was like, man, come on.
Yeah, even besides all that, like I don't care that, like, yeah, she's a person of color, and I saw her remarks and whatever, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. It's all fantasy. It's all this like not make believe, well, make believe, but it's a fantasy, so I don't care. But also, I'm like, there's no reason for me to go watch this. As in, Snow White, I watched years ago, decades ago.
First Disney
It
movie.
doesn't need to be. Yeah, it doesn't need to be live action.
I think the best part is Wonder Woman's in there.
Yeah, Gal Gadot as
Yeah, man.
the White Queen or Evil Queen. I really wanted them to CG Michael Jackson as the Magic Mirror.
No.
Yes, because he could be Magic Hee. And yeah,
And the man in the mirror.
yeah, and he's the
song
man in
could
the
be
mirror.
playing.
He's looking at the man in the mirror.
Oh.
And they go, Magic Hee. Who's the fairest of them all? Hee. You
Well,
are.
he bleached his skin how many times?
Blanket.
Blanket. I know. No, that's ignorant. That's ignorant.
Yeah, so I mean, this one,
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, even my wife's like, and she's a big Disney, nut. She can tell you all the characters' names, blah blah
And all
blah.
that, yeah.
And she's like, kind of disappointed. So
I think, yeah, we'll see. Next
I mean,
one.
the ride is pretty cool at Disney, but
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's
the
about it. I
Seven
think this
Dwarfs
ride's
Mine
gonna be
Train.
better
That thing
than
is fun.
than the movie.
And then their projected faces are really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, how they do that. Even Frozen had one.
Yep,
the
with
faces.
Elsa. That was
Yeah.
awesome. That Frozen ride was legit. Next movie, I am super excited about this one. With Agent 626,
Yeah.
Yeah.
live action Lilo and Stitch. They my cousin actually um posted a picture that they are because they're filming in Hawaii and they
Cool.
were up at North Shore. And you could see like the vans and stuff. So it's just kind of cool. They are actually filming in Hawaii for it, which is great. And let's face it, I love Stitch. Stitch is one of my all-time favorite characters. And it sounds like they have the original Stitch voice in there. So I'm there for it. And I can tell you, I know that Stitch Tano, Mr. Ben, I guarantee you he's excited about this one.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, don't mess this up. Don't mess it up. Because
That's my fear. That's my fear.
This is like one of the ones, after we talked about what we're going to talk about tonight, and I was like, don't mess it up.
Yep.
This is the one I was kind of excited about. My wife, she's got a bunch of little keychains, this and that here, and this is we got married in Maui, and so it's kind of like, yeah.
You got married in The Rock?
I mean, she got one later.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
A pebble, at least.
A pebble. At least she got one.
It was a small eruption.
That was his wedding night.
Oh
yeah, I'm excited about Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. And if you all haven't watched it, watch his entrance at D23 because that was really cool. That was really cool. You see, like, I think it was the Disney logo, and then all of a sudden Stitch busts through and does his, Pikikawa!
Yeah, I just watched it when you were talking. I'm sorry.
It's really cool. And the whole room erupted when that happened too.
That was pretty cool.
Like, I would love to go to a D23 just because it's with other like-minded Disney nuts, and just the energy in that room just seems like it's really fun.
When did the first movie come out?
Oh God, Choaf, look that up. Well, he's our lookup right now.
That's been a pretty good gap.
A long time. It's been a long time. I watched the Lilo and Stitch TV show 2002.
Yep.
So 22 years ago.
Yep.
So I can say I watched that without kids.
Yep. That you know of.
True. There was that
You
one time.
Slut.
She never called me back.
She never called me back. Well, it had to have been a real woman, sir, not going to Thailand.
And I didn't pay for it either.
And that's why there wasn't a hooker. So they're saying that Lilo and Stitch is summer 2025. I am excited about that one. Next movie. The Reason for My Panda. Zootopia 2. I loved the first Zootopia. I really did love Zootopia. And they announced, I'm looking for it. Data, Obi, he's in it as a snake. Ki Hugh Kwan, he's going to be Gary a snake, and Zoe Saldana signed on. Oh, no. She's there another movie called Ilio is the main character's aunt. I didn't see anything about that one.
Yeah, that one's like something, the alien stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what that is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All I seen was a poster for it.
So yeah, I'm pumped about those. Pixar announced Hoppers. Piper Curda, Bobby Moynihan, and John Hamm. Story follows a young woman, a beaver, and other humans, including scientists and more.
Is that a series or is that a show?
That's a movie.
The
next feature film for Pixar. Speaking of series, Inside Out will get into television.
Which one was that?
Inside Out, Emotions.
Emotion.
Yeah, with Riley. So that's getting a TV show.
Second one come out.
Yep. Next film was the next Avatar film, Fire and Ash. Shit, these movies are 10 years apart all the time.
Avatar to me, that's like Smurfs with Western and aliens.
Okay.
All,
Would
you
you
know,
now you
say?
balled
make
up
me
in
want to.
one.
Now you make me actually want to watch it. I haven't watched one yet. So
I haven't watched The Way of Water yet.
It's all right. I mean, it's a long time, but I remember the first one. That was, with that technology, that 3D stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the
Oh.
coolest 3D movie I ever saw.
Oh yeah, it was revolutionary. And the Avatar ride, Flight of the
Yeah, that's
Banshee,
cool.
that was my favorite one at Disney up until Rise of the Resistance, until they had Galaxy's Edge and the Cosmic Rewind.
That wasn't the only rise against the resistance.
That's right. I can't. I had a
But
job.
I mean,
can't.
the
can't.
visual stuff
Yep.
for Avatar is pretty cool. I mean, the floating islands they got, that's neat.
It was really cool. So that's why I'm kind of excited about this one.
They said they're going to do like 9 or 10 films and movies with
shit.
with
Cameron's
Avatar.
gonna be long dead by then.
He's gonna be 90.
There's no way he's finishing that.
I mean,
Cameron, Mr. Cameron. All right, we're gonna do. No, Mr. Cameron. This is Avatar. This is not Titanic.
hold my hand.
Yeah,
I won't let go.
But I thought the old lady drowned.
well, and actually, you said 10 years apart, but Avatar: Way of Water is 22. Now you're gonna have 2025, but the next ones are slated for 29 and 31, so they're all gonna be like 4 years apart. So it's like
out.
You're gonna have to change the intro music to the podcast.
Yeah, we are. We're two 80-year-olds who talk about Metamucil and Depends.
But yeah, the first one came out in 2009.
Shit.
And the second one was 2022.
Yeah, too far in between, man.
It's like a whole damn new audience each time they release one.
It really is.
Yeah. Well, and don't they like keep re-releasing? Didn't they re-release Avatar 1 also like right around the same time, just so it keeps
back in the theater? Yeah.
I think they did like COVID and all that.
I think they should redo the Garbage Pail Kid movie.
With the animatronics?
Yeah, those freaky.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of
puppets.
the movies like Critters and stuff.
It does. I bet it was done by the same studio.
Probably. At that point, there's only like Jim Henson and one other.
Else, yeah.
Are they going to do a Labyrinth? Or is that just fan theory?
So they've been saying that. I looked it up yesterday because I saw that too with Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
And it looked pretty cool. And they're like, November 2024. I looked it up.
Ain't no way.
And apparently this has been going around since 2017.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah.
So here's the other thing. I hope they prove me wrong. I love Labyrinth. And Tom Hiddleston would be a great Goblin King. Jareth? I hope they prove me wrong, but as of right now, that's a debunked theory.
And my wife's like, "Oh, there's no way. There's no.
They
way.
better not. I won't watch it.
You can't top David Bowie in that movie.
Yeah,
I do love David Bowie.
Yeah, at least bring back David Bowie's codpiece.
It'd be like Weekend at Bernie's and shit.
Well, no, it's Weekend at Bowie's.
CGIMN.
Maybe that's what they should have in the ocean and lakes. For the buoys, it's just David Bowie's face. They're David Bowie's.
Too many people hitting them on trying to hit it.
I mean, that one was pretty good for
guys and girls are both hitting it. Next, Freakier Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan, and Chad Michael Murray. I like the first one, but
why? Like,
I mean,
stick with Halloween.
Isn't she like marrying a Russian mobster or some shit?
Who, Jamie Lee?
No, Lindsay Lohan. She peaked for me in Mean Girls.
What?
Is she off the booger sugar?
Mean Girls. No, I think she's still on the booger sugar.
Okay.
Making movies up again.
Mean Girls.
Make movies up again.
Classic.
Oh yeah, my daughter watched that one.
I love Mean Girls. All right, let's go to the other stuff, or else we're never getting through this. They announced TV shows. Season 2 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which I'm excited because the first season was fantastic.
Didn't watch it.
It's
I watched the first episode and it followed the movie. I was like, I've
Pretty
seen
well,
this
yeah.
before. And
they announced Riri Williams and Dominique Thorne playing Riri Williams and Ironheart, who we saw in Wakanda Forever. She's the protege of Tony Stark, kind of. She made the Ironheart armor.
oh yeah.
She's the teenage genius. I am excited about that. I really love her character in the comics. So I'm excited about that one. Catherine Hahn came out and sang the official title, I think it was, for Agatha All Along, which comes out here in a month, 2 months.
Okay.
I am excited.
I'm excited
about
for
that
this one.
Yeah. When it's Catherine Hahn, you know.
Well, and this is another one of those that's like not weird. Like I think it's great, but why? Why? I mean, I understand contracts and I understand it works, but they really needed to get this out like the year after, the TV show.
WandaVision.
Yeah,
I
they
agree.
needed a strike because now I can see people been like, who?
Well,
or whatever.
I read why they did it too. So apparently, Jonathan Majors Immortus, which was a Kang variant, was supposed to have been the author of the Darkhold.
Don't Google that.
So the Darkhold, if you go by the comics and by just anything in the past, was written by supposedly written in blood, bound in human flesh, kind of like the Necronomicon or the Necronomicon. And
hey, writer, it's gonna unleash on all hell on us.
Yeah, and that's what it's supposed to do. The Darkhold's a book of evil.
Yeah,
and Lilith held it. So
well,
it was
they don't
supposed
want
to have
anything
been
to do with Jonathan Majors at this
and
point.
I mean, they scrapped his film.
Well, yeah, it happens when didn't he get hit with sexual assault?
He
stuff?
did, but I don't think it was ever proven. I think it was dropped.
I thought his was.
I thought it was dropped.
Don't remember.
But yeah. So next, Daredevil Born Again. I am super pumped about this one because they had all the original cast out.
Yeah.
Deborah Warhol,
Vincent D'Onofrio, Charlie Cox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got Pyle in it.
Eldon. What's that?
You got Pyle in it.
Pyle.
Yeah, from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh yeah.
I can't say that name, so I can say Pyle though.
Pyle. You got Froggy in there. Eldon, who was Fulton in Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
And John Bernthal as the Punisher. And they announced today also who the villain is. Well, they kind of announced there it's Muse. Muse is a really fucked up character. He has where his mask is, it looks like it's bleeding down to his chest from his eye sockets and they're blank. Muse is a serial killer who basically tortures the hell out of his victims and makes them into art. So like one guy, he poked his eyes out and then threw him off a building and then posed him and put him on a canvas. And he's very unpredictable, which makes it very difficult for Daredevil, who is blind.
He can't see the art.
No, he can't see the art.
Yeah.
That was the joke, Jethro.
Oh, I'm a little behind.
No, you did it. You did it right. Daredevil Born Again. I'm pretty excited about that one. I think that's this year or is that next year? Choaf.
I'm trying to find it too.
Google Choaf.
Don't Google Choaf.
Or the Black Hole book.
Ironheart's 2025, they said. Deborah Jo Rupp is in it.
Oh yeah, from
That
True
70s
Blood.
show.
Oh no, that's
No,
Deborah
that's
Wall.
Deborah Ann Wall. It's True
She's
Blood. Yeah,
and
she's
she's
super
in the
hot.
show coming up.
She's super hot.
Oh yeah, she's in Fantastic Four.
Who?
I think Deborah and
Deborah?
Fantastic Four. I think
Was
she's
she?
the wife.
No, different. You're thinking of someone else.
Am I?
March 2025.
Deborah Jo Rupp was Kitty from that 70s show. Eric's mom, the one who always laughed with the high voice.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of Vanessa Kirby, who's playing Sue Storm in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
They kind of do look alike, so I can see why you'd say that. They do kind of look alike. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that one. Let's see next.
Oh yeah, Deborah Ann Wool. She's in Daredevil.
Yes,
Uh,
as Karen
Aaron Page.
Karen Page, yeah. Other big things that they talked about, TV and otherwise. Skeleton Crew. We're getting in the Star Wars lore now. Skeleton Crew, Jude Law. I am pretty excited about this one because this one it's not about Jedi, it's not about Sith.
But there is Jedi in it.
yeah.
There is,
Jude
but
Law,
it's not.
is he?
But it's not
Jedi?
centered around them.
I mean, if a Jedi's in it, it's gonna be centered around them. I mean, that's just how it's gonna go.
You're probably
It's the
right,
Je-
but as
Yeah,
of
'cause
right
the-
now, they're not
I
saying
know.
it is.
I know, but literally in the trailer, they're like, "You're a Jedi," and then he saves them from being in the prison, so
And
it's
then,
centered around a Jedi.
I'd be like, no, I'm not, and that's the end of the show.
Yeah. So, well, we all died because you can't levitate shit out of here. So
And we're done.
good.
I like
I'm pumped about it.
the notes that says that, it shows you what the suburbs look like in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
Because we all wanted to know.
it looks
It's-
like
it's-
E.T. and Hook. It says. And I was
just-
like, yeah,
yeah.
okay, I get that.
It's just like
But I
we
don't like
wanted
the
to know
elephant kid looking thing.
We want to know how Han Solo got his last name, so they made sure to make a movie that said it.
Yep.
Next,
Andor season 2 with Ben Mendelsohn reprising his role as Orson Krennic. I love Krennic. He is such. Last time we saw Krennic was technically in the animated show, Bad Batch, but we saw him in Rogue One. So
I don't have Disney no more, so I can't go back and watch the other one, the first season.
You need to.
Yeah, because I liked the show. It was pretty cool.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe for Jethro for a month of Disney Plus, and then make him sit down and watch all these shows in that month.
Binge watch it.
Do it.
I'll just illegally download them and burn them to a CD for you.
And send them to.
Yeah.
Send them
Hey,
to
don't
Jethro.
mix up your CDs though. I mean your DVDs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you would care.
I mean, I might watch it with the wife and kids.
Okay.
Like, how come you can't do that? And I'll be like,
What is C3PO does Dallas? I don't know. Choaf sent it to me.
The best one out of the bunch.
R2D2.
R2D2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a. I can't even say it.
Instead, it beeps and vibrates.
It vibrates. I am a love droid, fluent in 9 million forms of communication. I'll see you guys later. 3 years later. And then the biggest one out of all the Star Wars news was Mandalorian and Grogu. They showed footage from that. That's the movie that is going to tie up the series. That will tie up everything.
And I still think here's my hot take on a lot of stuff. I really think all of these Star Wars TV shows just need to be movies. Like, make them a 3-hour, make them a 2-parter movie. But I don't really need a TV show on some of these because like the middle episodes tend to suck. and it's like, all right, you're padding out the playtime. So just make these a movie. So I think the Mandalorian Grogu movie, I think, is a really good idea.
Wow, Choaf actually thinks something's good.
Write that down. Oh,
Write that down.
Not anymore, though. Not anymore.
Now it's been ruined. So what's unique about this? This will be the first feature movie in the Star Wars franchise since COVID. Wow, that's great. Yeah, I thought so too. Thank you.
I mean, the fact that we've
I was
talked
trying
about
to
movies
remember
being
how long ago.
yeah,
that
we've
was.
talked about these movies. Some of these movies that's been like 10 years before their sequel. 4 or 5 years isn't like is like all right. So like you almost the way you said that is like a baseball stat. It's like you pulled that out of your ass to be a stat. Like you know what I mean? Like oh, this hitter has never hit from a left-handed pitcher in a day that ends in October that is in this new millennium under the Saturn moon.
No. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So
No,
I mean,
no,
when
no,
you
no,
get-
no.
When you get over 40, you got two little things.
One
10 years
lefty and
don't seem
righty.
that long, and then you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So it's kind of
That's true.
yeah, and like when are we saying like it's like when was their last movie? I guess is better than saying COVID. Was
Would've
it
been
before 2019?
Would have been Solo.
When did that one come out?
17 maybe.
When my wife was mad at me, I had to go solo.
Mm-hmm.
2018. Yeah,
2018.
2018. Okay, that is okay. See, saying it that way is to me a bigger deal because I don't know when we classify COVID as being over
That's true.
or when it's because like anyway yeah whatever. But I mean yeah because they went to TV shows didn't they like and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying like the TV shows I think could have been movies. And same thing with the Marvel TV shows. Some of those could have been movies.
Yeah,
just been,
I agree.
So.
Oh, you know what? We forgot a very important movie. Captain America: Brave New World. We saw Harrison Ford as the new General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, taking the place of who was that? Just died.
Hurt.
Yeah, William Hurt.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, which I think he'll do a good job, but Harrison Ford's in his 70s,
He lost the mustache.
I think because like in a lot of stuff Harrison Ford has been in, he's not given it his all. You know what I mean? You can tell
he is. He's 70.
old. Yeah. I just want
he should have a lot more to give.
So this is the Marvel universe. I do want Hugh to come out as OB in the movie and go, "No time for love, Dr. Jones," and then go back.
Go back to the multiverse.
Yeah, go back to the multiverse. Go back to the TVA. But we did see the first. So in the first preview, we saw Red Hulk catching the shield, throwing it down. This one, we actually see Red Hulk's face.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. And we did get Gian, what's his name? From Breaking Bad, The Boys, Gian Esposito, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know.
He's playing Copperhead.
He's another one that's getting there with me of like, okay, I don't need to see you in everything.
I agree. He is in everything. He's such a great actor, though.
He is a good actor, but it's like, all right, you're so recognizable. It like pulls me out into like, oh yeah, he was good in this. It's like I don't need, give it to somebody else. But him and Pedro Pascal is the same way too. I'm like, I'm getting tired of seeing him and stuff, and I know his name's coming up in a little bit. So
he is in everything.
Well, I guess it was already said because Mandalorian, like he's, but again, like I said, I like him, but it is like getting old. That it's the same. Let me go off on my little tangent real quick. It's the same as voice actors in video games. I don't need Troy Baker and Nolan North to fucking voice every video game I play. Just don't need it. Don't need it.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, I'll give you that one. I will give you that one. But he
Got
is a
that
great
one.
actor.
Hear that? Choaf won. Choaf wins.
Didn't win. I just gave you that one.
Choaf wins.
I am looking forward. That's an Brave New World comes out in a couple months too. I will see that. I'm iffy on it because Falcon is, you know, he's human. He's not super soldier. So I'm iffy on it. On that, but I am
Captain
there
America
for it.
with wings.
Yep. But we do get to see the debut of the new Falcon also. From Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
He's Captain America with wings.
He
Like
he's
Maxi
drinking.
Pad.
Yeah, he's drinking Red Bull. Just that's
Yeah,
all that keeping
all the time,
Cap
yep.
going.
That was all the secret or super soldier
The Super
serum
Soldier was the original recipe for Red Bull.
It was like pure. It was from it was the pure concentrate, not watered down.
What's wrong with Cap? Oh, he's got a shit ton of kidney stones. I can't fight today. So yeah, so there's that suspiciously absent was Spider-Man 4 footage or announcements, which makes me wonder if something's going on with Marvel and Sony right now. Yeah, so nothing on Spider-Man 4, which I could have sworn we would have heard something about that, you know.
Is this with Tom Holland or is
Tom
this...
Holland. Tom Holland,
Okay.
yeah. Because he signed
Is
on
this
for
in-
another 2 at least.
Isn't Tobey Maguire still happening too? Isn't
Yep, that
his
one's still happening.
Spider-Man 4
Yeah.
also?
Well, maybe that's why they didn't want to shit, maybe that's why they didn't want to announce it. Who knows? I don't know. Next, couple musicals coming out because of the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, which if you haven't seen that, that is a fantastic fucking movie. We'll cover that soon. Maybe the history of Deadpool. Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman, is being adopted into a musical. There's a Frozen
movie about a musical turned into
a musical. It's a musical about a musical. Frozen musical. It's going to be filmed live and premiere on Disney Plus in 2025. A Hercules musical, which will premiere in London.
Wait. So is the Frozen just going to be a TV?
It's gonna be like that. You know, like the Little Mermaid live, Beauty and the Beast live, all those.
Okay.
So, which I didn't hate any of those.
Yeah, I did. So
You hate everything,
so
even Jethro.
I don't hate Jethro. Can't hate
like-
Jethro.
I just intensely dislike him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jethro or
Jethro?
what did I do?
A Hercules musical.
Oh, no.
And one that I'm actually pretty excited about. They're doing a Descendants Zombies mashup that's going to be touring the country. And my youngest loves zombies. So I have a feeling we will be going to see that. And I like Descendants too. I know, I guarantee you B-Rob will be going to that because his youngest loves Descendants. So we might have to make B-Rob sing some of the songs for us. He'll love that. B-Rob, yeah, get ready. Other big news. They announced, oh, where is it? I lost my spot. New big changes for the parks. The first being
Price increases.
oh, yeah, there will definitely be for all that they're planning on doing. They're overhauling the parks. One of the biggest, to me, one of the biggest announcements was in Magic Kingdom, there's going to be an entire world devoted to the villains.
Yeah, my wife is. She's like, why? I was like, we already went. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you had your time. They're going to be doing the villains world, and I think they said Magic Kingdom. Next, there's going to be, yeah, Magic Kingdom saw the most. The first is going to be section of Frontierland will be imagined with a Pixar movie with 2 new attractions. One of the rides will invite guests on a thrilling rally race through the mountains. Radiator Springs Racers is what it's going to be called. And that's based off of Cars, which I do love the Cars movies.
Oh, they're gonna get Larry the cable guy.
Oh,
in there?
Mato.
Oh, Mater. I don't know,
Mater.
since he's been canceled.
Oh, has he been canceled?
Yeah,
What did
that's
he
why
get
you have.
canceled for?
That's what, for his fake accent,
Oh.
which I think
Him
is the
doing a
dumbest
bit.
thing ever.
Him doing a bit the whole time.
Yeah.
Making people believe it. You know?
Well, it's
I mean,
because
that's his character, right?
yeah, that's his character.
Yeah.
But the rednecks got pissed because they thought that he was one of them.
One of us.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no, he's not. Oh.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Um,
He wouldn't even be one of us. Even if he was, he's rich. He's not one of you guys.
Exactly. So there's gonna be the Magic Kingdom's getting the villains land, which is gonna be awesome. There's gonna be a pirates themed tavern in Adventureland, a new nighttime parade called Starlight, which looks awesome. And they did announce opening this year in like 2 months. They're having a new bar, a haunted mansion bar
with a drinks or
with drinks,
really
with adult
there.
drinks, and you can see the hitchhiking ghost in the mirror behind the bartender. If you go look at the early pictures. So I love Haunted Mansion anyway, so that one will be really exciting.
That was
Epcot.
pretty cool ride right there.
Yeah. Epcot, they have scrapped the test track, which I love the test track. They're reimagining it, and it's supposed to be Walt Disney Imagineering is working together with Chevy. Was it Chevy to begin? Yeah, it was Chevy.
Yeah,
to
it was
begin with,
Chevy.
to push innovation forward with this reimagined attraction, which it did need an update, celebrating the evolution of mobility over the last 100 plus years while highlighting the past, present, and future. A new Spaceship Earth inspired lounge is going to be open in 2025. Which I love Spaceship Earth. Hollywood Studios. This is a huge one. Really huge because they're scrapping a huge section of the park. It is going to be Monsters Inc. land. And it's going to feature the first, what do they call them? The dangling roller coasters, suspended roller coasters. Dingleberry. It's going to be featuring the first Dingleberry roller coaster. It's the suspended one. It's like you're on the doors.
Yeah.
That they pick up in Monsters Inc. What I don't like about this, because you guys can hate me for this, but it's my favorite. They're some of my favorites. They're getting rid of the Muppets 4D theater. And it's going to be a whole new attraction for Monsters Inc., which I love the Muppets. So to me, that's kind of the end of the Muppets.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything from the Muppets.
Oh, last year.
Have we?
Yeah, last year. They had a failed TV show. Well, and then they had the Muppets Mayhem behind the band thing. They had that.
Yeah.
That was pretty entertaining.
No more animal.
No more animal.
We got
got
bacon
canceled.
on the grill.
No, woman.
Animal got canceled.
I mean, apparently.
Probably. They're looking for laughs in the Laugh Factory. Yeah. Animal Kingdom. This makes me sad too. Dino Land is completely gone. The dinosaur ride, if you didn't ride it, it's gone. They shut it down last week. I believe it was last week. And it's being replaced. Pueblo Esperanza a lush and sprawling town featuring a large fountain where villagers like to gather and tell stories. Officials said it will have an open-air market and large hacienda, which will be one of the largest quick-service restaurants at Walt Disney World. Thank God, because there is nothing in Animal Kingdom, especially past certain times. I remember that last time we went, there was nothing to eat there. We were pissed. Everything was closed. A land will include 3 new attractions. Centered on Indiana Jones, will venture a Mayan temple where Indy's discovered a new place to explore amid rumors of mythical creature living deep within the temple, which that'll be interesting. I do love Indy. But the Indy stunt show is dated.
Yeah.
First ever Encanto themed attraction, which I am loving that. I love Encanto. We'll bring Casita to life as guests join the beloved Madrigal family on the day Antonio receives a special gift, the ability to communicate with animals, which that goes with very well with Animal Kingdom. And there's going to be a new carousel right there featuring intricate wood carvings of animals from Disney stories created by an Esperanza resident. They already said the first one that they're going to do is Kevin from Up. The big bird.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, and you do see Kevin there. A new Zootopia Better Together show is also coming together, opening winter 2025 in the Tree of Life Theater, which that disappoints me because that means they have gotten rid of A Bug's Life, which that is old, I know, and dated, but it was great. I really liked A Bug's Life show.
Yeah, that 4D show was pretty good.
It was when the spitter ants or whatever started spitting the termites. They announced some big changes to Disney Paris, Disney Tokyo, Disneyland. I forget. They said Disneyland's getting something, but I can't remember what it was. But they were getting something. But they did get Disneyland already has Wolverine and Deadpool wandering around now.
And your cuddle buddy's like, what the fuck?
What?
What? Oh, really?
Oh, I'm like, I know we don't have anything running. That was maybe Jethro's missus talking to him.
No, it was not. I heard it through y'all.
Oh shit. Choaf, are you watching something?
No. Who
One of
knows?
those DVDs he was talking about earlier.
Oh, that's hot. But yeah, so I mean,
Send it to me, Choaf.
send it to him. Region free.
Can you put in a zip drive?
So those I think were the biggest announcements from D23, and you know, of course, they had the awards. They gave Harrison Ford an award. They gave Angela Bassett. She got an award, which was really cool. There was a bunch of awards. You guys can look that up. We can post that too if you're interested in hearing it. But yeah, I mean, we've been going for a while here, so I mean, what did you guys think? Is there anything you guys want to comment on anything we went over?
The only thing I have is Star Wars stuff. I'm interested in that, but other than that, like nothing in this spoke. Even the Marvel stuff. I mean, because like what Captain America was the only real Marvel thing it seemed. Well, no,
They did announce Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
I forgot about that. They did announce Fantastic Four. Let's talk about that real quick.
It's forgettable. They can go away. It'll probably
I'm
bounce.
not happy about the 60s setting. Future Perfect.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's
or whatever
stupid.
they're calling it.
They got the cousin from the bear playing the thing.
Oh, really? That's who that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
that's the other Pascal thing because it's he Mr. Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
It's like like I said, it's like I think
First
I
Steps
just don't think it's gonna do well because nothing from Fantastic Four has done well. It's hard to make a thing that
Yeah.
is going to be halfway
It's believable.
decent. Yeah, it's
Well,
like
I beg to differ. The first Fantastic Four film did very well.
Was that with Chicklets or
Yep.
whatever his name was?
Yep, the commish.
Yeah, the commission.
yeah, but wasn't that like also one of the very few first
Marvel.
superhero
it was one of the
movies
early
even,
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I get why that did well. It's like,
And then
oh hey,
Four
but then-
Fantastic was just shit.
yeah.
But we did get our first look at the Fantastic car. I guess this would be the second look. The redesigned Fantastic car from the 60s we saw on this. We did see the Fantastic car in Deadpool 3 in the Wastelands. But we did get our first glance at Galactus in this, which I am actually very thrilled about. He's not that blob that he was in Rise of the Silver Surfer, which Silver Surfer will be in this one, and it's a female Silver Surfer, which there has been a female Silver Surfer in the comic. But
and wait until they hear that backlash.
Galactus does look comic accurate so far.
Got a pointy helmet.
Yeah, like you saw one of the little spikes and you saw his eyes. So far he does look very comic accurate, from looking at his helmet and his like face or eye, I guess, because he's gigantic.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I said I just don't, I don't know. It's one of those things I just don't care. I think the other problem I don't care, especially about some of the Marvel superhero movies lately, and it's really this one, it's like, find your no-name actors. Because I'm sorry, but putting these really famous people, because you're hoping that draws the people to the crowd or draws people to watch the movie, and I get that. But also, if you didn't make them sign a multi-movie deal, you're going to be in the same boat you had with Robert Downey Jr., where it's like, he's like, I want $100 million for my next movie or whatever, because he is Tony Stark, he is Iron Man. So it's like, find somebody that's no name and cheap and sign them on to like a 3-4 movie deal. So if it does do well,
like Jethro,
yeah, he can be the Thing.
I'll be the Blob.
Nothing moves Jethro.
That's an X-Men movie, or that's an X-Men villain or so.
Oh,
but
well, I mean, we talked about the multiverse, so
that's true. He's got a good point.
But yeah, I do. I would rather see
you.
like young up and comers being in these movies. Like, I don't know how old Pedro Pascal is, but that seems just like to be an old man casting for Mr. Fantastic. And I think when
is kind of old though. He's got white hair on the sides.
But wasn't that like
the space shit?
Yeah, like he was they were all teenagers when they got their powers.
No.
They all met in college.
Right, but then they worked at
I thought that was in like the same year. I thought that was like they were geniuses.
No, they
got hired.
Then they got worked into. Then they worked into. They worked jobs. They were adults when that happened.
What movie did they show? The dude from Kransky?
Brian Kransky.
Was it him? He played in the Office.
Oh, John Krasinski. That was just a one-time shoot because he wanted to play him. That was great.
They should have went with him.
So comics, the Ben and Reed were about 40 when they got their powers because they were both served during World War II.
So they were 18
in World War II. Johnny was a teenager. And Sue was younger. Sue was about 20 years younger, I think, than Reed.
What?
Scandalous.
Canceled.
But yeah, so there's that. Jethro, what do you think?
I mean, I kind of agree with Choaf.
Is that paying you?
Yeah, edit that out. But I mean, Fantastic Four has had a bad run. So that, I mean, I like the Chicklets one more than than the other ones.
Or
but
fantastic.
yeah, it's I don't have high hopes for it.
I don't either, but here's the thing. Fantastic Four is one of my favorite, and B Rob and Dr. Justin can attest to this. Fantastic Four is one of my favorite properties by Marvel. Like, I love the Fantastic Four. I love X-Men more, don't get me wrong. But I've always been a huge Fantastic Four fan. I remember collecting the shit out of the comics. I don't have high hopes, but I don't have low hopes either.
Oh, mine
So-
are rock bottom hopes.
Which is
like,
fair. Which is fair.
I think this is gonna bounce. I think this is gonna bounce like everything else. Like it'll
I
be
sure hope
it'll
it
be hit.
doesn't.
It'll be hit with people saying it's too woke, and then there'll be people like other side. Like it's gonna be a garbage heap of a movie. I think.
I sure
Like,
hope not.
And that's what I'm saying is like I think they need to get away from it. You can tell they're trying to reboot something,
Right.
and Fantastic Four to me is just not it. It's like get something else, but they're also kind of out of options. I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope more they prove you wrong, because I'm well, just because I've got decent hopes for it. I don't know.
That's fine. That's fine. You can fall harder than I will.
Yeah, we know that. Jethro, what else do you think? Anything else we talked about you're excited about?
I mean, I think because the family and whatnot, the Stitch movie, because
Yeah.
that's something that I can watch with my daughter and my wife, and that's something that we kind of grew up with, and so that one's all right. We can sit down and watch it here at the house, hopefully in maybe 4 years after it gets free, and and watch that one. So, but I mean, yeah, the Marvel. I mean, I'm excited for see what's going to happen. Hopefully, like Deadpool and all that can get them going.
Right. So yeah. What do you guys think? What are you guys most excited about from D23? Let us know. Drop us a comment on social media. Let us know in the Discord. Just let us know. Come hang out with us on a Friday or Saturday. We're usually all together. We're starting to get in the busy school season, especially for me. Like Kyle was saying, who would have thought I would have been the sports dad? Yeah, but come hang out with us. Listen to Choaf drink soju and get angry. Or as Choaf said it, have you met me? That was the best comment you did all weekend, Choaf, by the way. When you yelled at Techno.
It's a classic Choafism.
Yeah, have you met me? I'm always angry. But yeah, so let us know. Choaf, thanks for co-hosting with me, man. As always, I really appreciate it.
No probs.
Jethro, really appreciate you joining in. People like hearing you for some odd reason. Lily has said your voice is soothing. There's something about it. I don't know. I don't know what you're paying her, but keep doing it. But thanks for joining us again, Jethro. Hopefully your kids get a kick out of this. Your wife. Hopefully your wife's going to listen to you.
Oh, she hears me enough. We had this conversation the other night. It's like, why? I hear you all the time.
Because Chris is on and Chris is amusing. He's a panda.
I said, well, this gives you a chance to mute me, So
well, if anything, tell everybody to download it on their separate devices and just delete it if they want to. But download it is the key.
Yeah, because we need the listens. So with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris. That's Jethro. That's Choaf. As always, please be good to each other. And stay fresh, cheese bags. See you later.
Bye.
Love you, night.
Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. it could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up word.